When you see someone for the first time after they've had someone close to them die, what do you say and how do you say? There's this balance. We want to honor what's true for them, but we don't want to bring it up and make them feel sad. That's often the concern people have, that if they're cheerful and optimistic, the person won't be sad. But that's not how it works. The best thing to do, and often the most courageous thing to do, is to find a way to name what's true and let the other person lead how deeply you go into the conversation. So you see someone, their husband died 6 months ago, you haven't seen them since. Let's say that's the example. To say, oh, it's so good to see you. I'm sorry to hear about Mark. That must have been really difficult. Just name it right off the bat. That's the first thing you say, but pretty early on in the conversation. That tells the person you're a safe person to talk to about them. It tells them you're not afraid to go to the hard places. It tells them you're able to be with what's true. They may want to talk more about it or they may not. And depending on how they respond to that, probably they'll say, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, it was really hard. And they may or may not go further. But what you want to do is open the gate enough that they can walk into it without forcing something they're not ready to talk about. So just in the back and forth and the play of the conversation and the words, let them know that you're up for talking about it, but that they're in charge of whether or not the conversation happens. If you can, and it can be hard, this is where the courage part takes in. If you can name, wow, he's died and I'm sorry to hear that, that opens an enormous space because many, many people can't say that. And then it becomes this thing under the rug, which is unspoken and gets a lot more energy and a lot more static around it than it should.